Hello and hello, and today we are talking about my other Godzilla books. So I still have two more of them to talk about, and squeezing four of them into one video would be long. So this next one, I'm not gonna tell you the title because the title is kind of spoilery. So yeah, third one. I'm just gonna call it the third one for now. So this one takes place another 2 to 3 years in the future. By the way, I forgot to mention the last line of the last book, which was them teasing Mechagodzilla. They say we're gonna build Mechagodzilla. Next book starts. It starts with the family. They get a paragraph of them just interacting with each other and talking, and quick spoiler, they don't show up again. The story completely veers away from them and focuses on Isamu/Daiki's storyline. Just focuses on them. The family, they live, but there's also the last time I mentioned them in the story. Hope you don't mind. Their plot was kind of wrapped up, couldn't do much else with them, aside from recycle the same storylines. So I was instead like, let's just focus on the military side of things. So after the first paragraph, bing bang boom, Mechagodzilla is fighting Varen. Varen booshes into Mechagodzilla and flies around, lands on a building. Flies on Mechagodzilla, Mechagodzilla tail whips him into a building. Mechagodzilla then shoots like some hooks that Gigan had, shoots him, boom boom, flings him into another building, runs up, punches him, and then he but it's tranquilizer gas. He knocks out Varen. Some helicopters show up, pick him up, and take him to an island. Monster Island. They showed up in the Showa films, so don't call me uncreative. Where there are if I remember properly, 3 other monsters. Kamibus, Baragon, and Gorosaurus. And Varen's the 4th. We then finally get to meet Isamu. By the way, Mechagodzilla is remote controlled. He's an AI. He doesn't have a pilot or anything like that. So, yeah. So we meet Isamu, and he's just walking. He's on the base. He meets up with Daiki, and they're talking some military jabber, They found another kaiju named Titanosaurus, and they're just kind of monitoring him. He's not aggressive or anything like that, he's just hanging out at the bottom of the ocean, just being a kaiju in the ocean. So they're talking. I can't remember what the exact dialogue was. Remember, go check out my fanfiction.net account with the Rex. I don't know why I'm doing this, it's not in the description. So they're then like, oh, Godzilla's doing something. So they managed to install a camera onto Mechagodzilla. Not Mechagodzilla, well yeah, Mechagodzilla too, but regular Godzilla. They installed a camera, sort of. They formed a mutual bond with Godzilla. Off screen. Kinda. But yeah, Godzilla's doing something. What's he doing? He's in the Amazon rainforest, obviously. Where he is attacked by Megaguirus. It's a giant dragonfly. I should describe the other kaijus. Gorosaurus is a giant T-Rex-like dinosaur. Varen's like a flying squirrel lizard. And Baragon's like a dragon puppy. Kamibus is a giant turtle. Also, Mogira was invented but destroyed by Gorosaurus off-screen. Like a failed prototype. Also, I should mention, Mechagodzilla is made from the parts of Gigan. Since there was 2 Gigan corpses to work with. And also the spare Gigan that they had captured. A lot of dead Gigans lying around in this story. So, Megaguirus swoops in and booshes Godzilla. It then flies in, pincers, by the way it has pincers, Giant dragonfly pinches. Grabs Godzilla's arms. Ready a stinger, because there's a stinger. Goes to stab. But Godzilla freaking whooshes it away. Mechagears flies in, tail slam. Then Godzilla freaking grabs Mechagears' tail, booshes it. Mechagears tries to fly away. Godzilla grabs her by the wings, freaking one of them, bites the stinger off, and throws Mechagears away. Mechagears tries to fly away, Godzilla gets chased, we cut away. Daiki then has to go to Outpost 71. Because Outpost 71, in the middle of the Mongolian desert, or Gobi Desert, I guess, yeah. Gobi Desert. Would you believe is Gigan, the one from the last story. Not the dead ones. The dead ones too, but all the Gigans. So, they're trying, he's like talking to them, saying they've made any more advancements when, you know, examining a cyborg alien. They talk about it for a little bit and he leaves. This scene's just there to set up Outpost 71. Daiki comes back and Godzilla's fighting Megaguirus still. Godzilla fires Blast, which nicks Megaguirus. Megaguirus keeps flying, Godzilla keeps chasing. By the way, they're in the ocean right now. They're in the Pacific Ocean. And they eventually find their way in the Galapagos Islands. So it makes it the Galapagos Islands. Godzilla fires another blast, which blasts off one of her pinchers. He then fires it at a cave. The cave explodes, and the cave was filled with Megaguirus' babies. Megaguirus is like, oh shit. tries to fly away. Godzilla goes for another blast, but misses, and is like, go to babies, go to wait, she's probably gonna die, we're good. Job well done. Goes back to the ocean. It's like, huh. Guess he was just trying to stop overpopulation then. Good job, Godzilla. Godzilla then shows up to Infant Island, which is where Mothra used to live. He now lives there with his son, Manila, who was in the Final Wars movie. So yeah, he's just been chilling on the island for the past 3 books. So yeah, they then just kind of, you know, doing father-son stuff. Then Megaguirus is flying. Megaguirus is flying. Meteorite. Megaguirus. Megaguirus ain't in too good shape. Let me tell you that much. Megaguirus and the meteorite then accidentally ran into a frickin' nuclear power plant. And then there's an explosion. And then, dun dun dun. Rising from the bubble. A mysterious figure. What is it? Who could it be? Guess in the comment section. Down below. It looks like Godzilla, but with huge crystals everywhere. Megaguirus like, shit, Godzilla. The thing's like, who are you? But you know, in monster language. Megaguirus like, I don't like the looks of this. And then the creature accidentally freaking stabs Megaguirus with the crystal, just on the ground. Megaguirus is dead. This creature's like, whoa, didn't know I could do that. Oh, look at that, I can fly. It flies away. The creature then transmits, like, well, not really transmits, more seeds radio signals. It's like a little crystal on its head. It's like a crystal crown thing. It's like, whoa. Learns about Earth's history. It's like, wow, humans suck. I should have killed them all. let me see here. Oh, I see. There's this guy called Megalon. He has the same plan. Let me go talk with him. He then goes to some mountains to go meet up with Megalon. On his way, though, he runs into a little house on the side of a mountain, and he's like, huh, there's humans there. Might as well start with them. If you want the full scene, read the book. And then he's like, oh wow, an entire village. Oh wow, I have lightning breath. Also, his lightning breath can freaking curve around stuff and can move it telekinetically. Yeah. He also has 2 giant shoulder crystals. So he meets up with Megalon, and he's like, hey, wanna help me destroy humans? And he's like, sure. I've been trying to do that, but sure, yeah, let's do it together. There's this guy I know called Gigan. Can you help me get him? Okay, meet you there. He shows up, freaking blows the base open, the outpost. Telekinetically rises Gigan from the debris. Awakens him. And Gigan's like, oh wow, I'm awake. Oh hey, it's Megalon. Hey, yo, let's trash this place. And the creature's like, I'll see you in Tokyo. And then Daiki and Sun just like, what the hell is this thing? Why is it coming to us? Get Mecha Godzilla ready. Get the G Squad ready. Get the Goten, get the Super, get everything ready. So they get everything ready. He lands. Megalon and Gigan show up, and it's a big battle in Tokyo. Mechagodzilla and his own troops go to fight. I almost said the name. Go to fight the creature. Don't worry, he officially gets a name drop by the end of this battle. Whilst the rest of G-Force, the name is G-Squad, by the way. G-Force, G-Squad, 1 of 2. I haven't read my own book in a while. Go to fight Gigan and Megalon, so they're fighting. Mechagodzilla, lasers. He has eye lasers and he has mouth lasers. He's just missiles are fired, but the creature summons a freaking photon shield, blocks it, reflects it back, and Mechagodzilla's one shot. It's like, the creature's then like, oh wow, I should probably help out Megalon and Gigan. Well, looks like my job is done. Let me go do something real quick. Flies to Infinite Island. He's like, hey, Godzilla, I hear you're a big threat that doesn't like aliens. Or kaiju trying to destroy humans. So you know what? I'm gonna deal with you real quick. Blows up his sun. Blows up Nil with beams. Godzilla's like, hey, yo, that ain't cool. Beam, reflected. Ow, crap. Crystal cage around Godzilla. Well, there was Godzilla. Back to Tokyo. Hey Tokyo, how you doing? Hey Tokyo Tower, I'm gonna cover you with crystals. Now my powers have been enhanced. Giant crystal castle kingdom thing around Tokyo. Bada bing, bada boom. He's went ahead and taken over Tokyo. And then he's like, psychic powers. Ha. Because my mom was coming. She didn't have anything to say. But anyway, so he's like, okay, mind powers. So for that, she asked me what I was doing. So, essentially, he's like, mind powers. Whoa. Bling! Hey, Gigan and Megalon, go trash Monster Island. So they go ahead and they trash Monster Island. And then he mind controls Varen, Camibus, Baragon, and Gorosaurus. I almost forgot his name. He's like, hey, come join me. So they do. He then mind control Titanosaurus. He's then like, wait, one more, Orga. Why did I throw Orga in there? Because why not? A bird just flew. Through. Anyway. He's done like, go take over Japan. Expand to China if you can, Korea, you know. Begin plan conquer Earth. Mosquitoes. So he begins plan conquer Earth. Humans are like, man, this went horribly. Mechagodzilla finally gets up and he's like, oh crap. We done screwed up. Then he fights Gigan for a little bit. Then Megalon notices that this is happening and is like, oh crap. Oh, there's like 10 of them. See ya. Ghost Monster Island where Daiki and Isamu were. And they're like, now what? Then they come with a plan. Let's awaken Rodan, Anguirus, King Caesar, Godzilla. Let's get them. Let's go make a Godzilla. So it's 5 kaijus, yeah. That should help. Okay, let's all split up. Like squads. Let's go get all the stuff. All the kaijus. Okay? Okay, let's go. Woo woo woo. Squad 1. I didn't name them. Goes get Rodan. They go to Mount Fuji. They see a nest. The nest is filled with crushed eggs. It's Rodan's nest. Rodan had babies. The babies are dead. The babies were killed by Varen. Because Varen showed up and the babies and left. So Rodan got pissed. And then dove into the volcano. And then Rodan is now Fire Rodan. If you've seen Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, you know what this means. Sees him, and he's like, hey, what are you doing here? But then Varen shows up, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna deal with him. Clash, this Rodan, this Varen. They fight, they spin. Varen gets thrown to the ground. Rodan comes in, picks him up, drops him in the volcano. Varen stops his fall, but Rodan just... And Varen is dead. Rodan flies out of the volcano, like, okay, back to Tokyo, we got Rodan. Rodan just follows him. Next up, second squadron goes to the Kuju Mountains. Because why not? And, like, I wonder where Anguirus is. And then, it's Anguirus. And then, it's Baragon. They were fighting underground, and now they're just fighting each other. So basically, they're clawing, they're biting. Then Anguirus freaking knocks Baragon away. Baragon goes for his Magma Heat Ray, Anguirus blocks it, goes for a back bash. Baragon tries to dig away, Anguirus bites him by the tail, slams him into one of the mountains. With a freaking spinning attack, which knocks him out. It relieves him from his mind control. Wow, Baragon doesn't die. He just is knocked out because I like Baragon. So about that, my dad just got home from work. He has his own YouTube channel. Eric Whitley's Works. Go check it out. It's approximately 120-ish subscribers. Yeah. Okay. So Baragon's defeated. They get Anguirus, like, okay, let's go to Tokyo. Squad 3 goes to get King Caesar. King Caesar is sleeping in a temple. Guess that's what he does. Like, crap, he's sleeping. Hello. That was my dad again. That's kind of awkward. So, right, Camibus shows up and he starts fighting him. Then King Caesar shows up, flips Camibus, grabs him by the tail, throws him away. You had to be fight, I know. Okay, it's technically a bit longer than that with the boring fight. Read the full book for a full fight. There's gonna be a 3-part video trilogy just for my Godzilla books. Amazing. So, let's see here. What happens next? Wait, they get King Caesar? There you go. Next up, the Godzilla guys. They show up. I'm like, well, how do we get through this? By the way, this squadron has Daiki and Isamu. Like, how to get through the crystals? We got drill missiles. Fire the drill missiles, they weaken the crystals. Godzilla pushes the crystals away. He's like, I'm back. And then Gabara shows up, because why not? He's like, "Meow." He runs up. Godzilla, Gamma flies. Does a spin. Lands on some rocks. Godzilla, Gabba's dead. If you know who Gabba is, you know why I did that fight that way. Such Godzilla's revenge. You will find out. Then Godzilla's like, okay, guess we're going. And Mechagodzilla's flying to Tokyo this entire time. He fights Gorosaurus. Gorosaurus like guarding the city, basically. So they fight. Essentially, the fight goes like this. Slash, slash. I grabbed your tail, said Gorosaurus. Ah, I gnawed a bit of your tail. Cool. Stab, 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 stab. Gorosaurus dies. Space Godzilla's like, by the way, Space Godzilla, did I ever say that? it's, I just spit on the camera. It's Space Godzilla. Yeah. He's like, the guy's in trouble. Hey guys, got a plan. We're gonna do this, this, and that. You'll find out what this, and that is in a bit. The rest of the kaiju show up. There's like a dog fight between Rodan and the Jets, but it's pointless to the overall story. I threw it in there because I thought it would be fun. And also I really like Godzilla King of the Monsters Rodan sequence. It's fan service. So basically they all show up. They're like, okay, let's break down the wall. They break down the wall, they see Space Godzilla. And all the kaiju just rush in. All of them except Mechagodzilla. And then lasers from every which way. Would you believe? Space Godzilla formed an ambush. Gigan, Megalon, Orga, and Godzilla isn't there yet, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Godzilla ain't there yet. So, got the 4 kaijus versus 5. But Space Godzilla, he doesn't fight. He stands in the back and is like, hey, you guys do the fighting for me, okay? I'm gonna keep making more crystals. And the Japanese military is like, yeah, we're gonna fight you. So here's how that fight goes. Japanese military shows up. He's like, with crystals. Destroys a good bit of them. Kills a good bit of them as well. They show up like missiles. That doesn't do crap. Wait. Let's plant bombs at feet. Explosions at the feet. Hovers. Hovers over them. Stomps them. A few more of them get away. And yeah, that's basically military dead, minus like Daiki, something, and a few others. Yeah, military is basically out of the battle. Humans are gone. Next up is Big Clash. All the kaijus with each other. I do not feel like describing all this. It's just, like I said, read the full story if you want to know the full thing. But to summarize it, Rodan's fighting Gigan, Megalon's fighting Anguirus, Mechagodzilla's fighting Titanosaurus, and King Caesar's fighting Orga, and they're fairly even. Eventually, what happens? Right, Godzilla finally shows up by shooting Gigan with a laser because he was beating Rodan. And Space Godzilla's like, no, wait a minute. I guess I'll fight you. Cue Godzilla vs Space Godzilla. Read for the full fight. So they're fighting and such, and Space Godzilla wins. He freaking drops a building on him. And then just pelts him with lasers and also puts him in another cage. Rodan's like, hey, this ain't cool. Runs in, blasts him in the face with laser. By the way, Rodan has a laser. Because he's Fire Rodan. That's how Fire Rodan works. Space Godzilla's like, I ain't having this. Laser, laser, laser. Takes down Rodan. And then Mechagodzilla defeats Titanosaurus. So he defeats Titanosaurus by stabbing him in the chest with a crystal. And then firing a beam at him. He doesn't... Well, yeah, he dies from that. Yeah, Titanosaurus is basically dead. I think in the book I said he survives, but you know, screw it. My universe, Titanosaurus doesn't do anything else for the book other than wake up and go to the ocean. for the last page, which I don't even think I wrote that. He's dead. The Tesla's dead. So, next one. So now, Mechagodzilla's like, I gotta destroy that tower. It's transmitting his powers. So it's like, okay, lasers at the tower. But Space Godzilla's like, nuh-uh. Flies into him. Uses telekinesis to pick him up. Mechagodzilla's like, slash, but Bean just blows his arm off. And then he's like, hooks around the mouth. He's like, what? Loses focus, drops Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla's just like, laser, laser, more I can do. And then Space Godzilla's like, just flinging him around. Uses his tail, stabs through Mechagodzilla, rips the hooks out, fires another beam at Mechagodzilla's head, and Mechagodzilla's AI is basically dead. So Mechagodzilla is essentially dead. And it's like, oh no! Know what? So, Godzilla gets up, the two of them fight for a little bit, and it ends with a beam clash, and it's even. They're just fighting for the heck of fighting at this point. Now I'm actually gonna focus on the fighting between the other teams, the other 6 kaijus. So what happens? Right. Anguirus and King Caesar, like, switch partners, basically. Like, King Caesar starts fighting Megalon for a little bit, and Anguirus starts fighting Orga for a little bit. I remember what happens is Orga just beats the crap out of Anguirus, absorbs some of his DNA, absorbs some of King Caesar's DNA, he absorbs some of Titanosaurus' DNA, he's becoming a big hybrid of the everything. And then Megalon kills King Caesar by stabbing him in the stomach with a drill and just turning it on. And then as King Caesar falls, laser in the wound. So King Caesar dies. And then Orga, Anguirus breaks free from Orga, lunges onto Megalon, starts tearing at him, rips off his wings. And remember that weak spot from book 1? Well, he just... Megalon is mortally wounded. Meanwhile, Gigan freaking slices one of Rodan's wings. And Rodan falls to the ground. Gigan's like, hey, wait a minute, what you doing to Megalon? Flies in. Freaking... You can see that. Just a flying dropkick, basically. He's just pissed. He's like... Megalon, you're gonna make it, buddy? Megalon's like, no. He's like, okay. Mercy kills him. And then he's like, Anguirus, you know what? F you. You're gonna effing die, you effing F. Pissed off Gigan. Anguirus is like, okay, I guess I'll fight you. And Gigan grabs him by the throat with his tail, lifts him up, freaking flies up, does some slashes at him, and then once he's reached a really high, like clouds, Gigan then takes his chainsaws, powers them up. By the way, this is not for kids. He drops Anguirus, shoots him with a laser, flies, does some more slashes, and then Anguirus falls to the ground, shoots him with no laser. Anguirus is dead. Rodan gets up. Gigan and Rodan, they clash again. They clash. Freaking ching! They both start bleeding. They turn around, fire lasers at each other, big explosion, they're gone. In the book, I made it undecisive. I'm just gonna say it, they're dead. I'm not making a follow-up to this. So, boom, they're dead. Orga gets up. He's like, oh boy. What a ruckus that was. The entire time, like I said, Space Godzilla and Godzilla are just fighting each other. Olga's about to kill the last of the humans, and he also absorbs some more DNA from everyone, like Rodan and Gigan and Megalon, and just anything he can get his hands on, really. He's just hulking up. But then Isamu remotely activates Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla freaking grabs a crystal and just grabs a crystal with his tail and just flings it into his shoulder cannon as he's about to fire it. Clogs up the cannon, blows up his shoulder. And then Mechagodzilla, did I get that one? I don't know. Flies in, grabs him, starts the self-destruct sequence, flies him into the tower, blows up, kills the two of them, destroys the tower. It's final boss time. Space Godzilla vs. Godzilla. I'm definitely going to save my fourth book for a third video tomorrow, because I gotta pad this out somehow. So then, Godzilla and Space Godzilla, they fight. Beam clashing, telekinetically throwing crystals. Godzilla, like, freaking shoots a beam and reflects off a ton of crystals into one of his shoulder crystals. Space Godzilla shoulder crystals. Blows it up. He distracts Space Godzilla, blows up his other crystal, absorbs all the crystal energy. He gets his red freaking Omega Corona death beam, and he just blows up Space Godzilla. He then passes out. Some time passes, and then Godzilla finally wakes up, and he's like, "Oh, job well done on my part." Daiki's like, "Isamu, you're the new Prime Minister. Me, I'm gonna retire." Thanks, Godzilla. Godzilla's like, "Boy," walks into the ocean. The end. That's the trilogy. I hope you liked it. Next time, the next book is not connected to this universe in the slightest. It's a one-off book. It's not even set in Japan. It's like a what-if scenario, if anything. Takes place in Russia. There's your teaser. Russian Godzilla. So if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like or subscribe. If you like it, you leave a comment down below if you have anything to say about it. And until next time, see you later. RiddlerX5, Instagram, follow that. And until next time, see you later, everybody. I talk way too fast, don't I? Bye.